Hey, what's up everybody? How's everyone doing out there today? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG. And today I thought it'd be kind of fun for us to revisit Strixhaven. We're going to do a collector box break. No battle today. This is just going to be a box break with the collector box of Strixhaven. And really with Strixhaven, it's really about the Japanese alt arts. There's some really cool mystical archives in here that have Japanese alt art treatments, and some of them, whether they're the foil etched or the actual foil versions, have some really nice multipliers on it. And honestly, I think, just from my opinion, some of the best art we've ever seen in terms of, well, just in general, but some really, really cool treatment. So with that being said, why don't we go ahead and dive on in and let's crack some packs. So if I'm being completely honest, like Strixhaven is not my favorite set as a base set. The mystical archives, specifically the Japanese alt arts, really are what make this for me. And honestly, I think if you look at the actual set itself, if it wasn't for the mystical archives, this set might be one of the worst. I don't want to take too many shots at Strixhaven, but like for a long while, like one of the best cards in the set, actually arguably the best card in the set, was an uncommon Expressive Iteration. Before that caught a ban. There is a couple of cool mythics in here from the actual base set, but it's just not overall a very powerful set. I feel like it kind of missed the mark on what it was trying to accomplish with the kind of School of Wizards thing. But the flip side is the bonus sheet, the mystical archives are pretty cool. There's some really good stuff in there with Teferi's Protection and Demonic Tutor and a few others. And if we hit some of the good stuff off the Japanese alt arts, there's some really good multipliers in there as far as value is concerned. And again, some of, for my money, the best treatments that we've seen. All right, so yeah, we're just gonna go 1-1-1. Good luck, everybody. JA, we start off with you. I will say, like, there's the the mythics in the actual base set. It's a pretty cool cycle of dragons. Some of them I feel like are kind of missed, but there's a couple in there that are nice hits. There is a Lilian in the set that is also nice, so it's not all bad. But you know, if we're calling it like it is, the overall set, I think the base set kind of falls flat a little bit. Thankfully, there is the Mystical Archive bonus sheet. All right, here we go. Dina Soul Steeper, Confront the Past as our first rare in the pack, because there's no land separating. It's been a while since I've done Strix. All right, Confront the Past into the Biblioplex. Next up, we have Revival Experiment. There are a few good commander cards. That's probably noteworthy. There is a commander slot that does have some good pulls on it as well. Auric Lore Mage, which I think... Nope, that's not one of the reversibles. So as I said, there's a bunch of reversibles. Agonizing Remorse as a regular Mystical Archive, uncommon. Ooh, hey, look at that. That is Counterspell. This is a really sweet one as well. And that is, it's going to be really hard to see on camera, but you can kind of see the text box around there. That is the foil etched version. Foil etched Japanese alt Counterspell is actually a pretty sweet hit. That's really fun. So that's really nice. And then, what is this? Adventurous Impulse. So we got a foil uncommon. And, oh wow, ooh, hey. And that is another one that's, I think, Harmonize. I'm going to miss some of these, but I think I'm 3 for 3 so far. That's a pretty good first pack for you, JA. All things considered. Not bad, not bad. And again, beautiful art. Beautiful foiling on these. They do look really, really good. And then, of course, there's the Counterspell. And the Counterspell actually probably carries some good value to it as well. So that's why I sleeve that one. Get the rest of this stuff before we ship it on out. Pretty solid first pack. Hopefully we get like 1 to 2 foil mythics and the Japanese alt arts per box. All right, here we go. Future. Go Blank. Actually a decent uncommon as well. Team Pennant, sure. All right, Environmental Sciences. Rare is Flame Scroll Celebrant. Oh, this is one of the reversibles. Sure. So it's got... there you go, Revel in Silence. One of the reasons I like to do the box breaks instead of the box battles is because the reversible cards with double-sided mana values, like, I just don't want to have to deal with all that. Combat Calligrapher, after that commander slot. go. Next up, we have Semester's End. We have a Divine Gambit as a I think it's edge foil, but it's an uncommon. Next up, we have, what are you? Oh, I don't remember what this one is offhand. 1 mana. 1 mana green. I don't remember. Oh, it's going to kill me. Duress. Ooh. Ecological Appreciation as a foil mythic extended art from the base set. Sure, let's leave that. Search library graveyard for up to 4 creatures. Not the one I wanted to see. I would have rather seen the Lily or like the Belladros dragon would have been sweet. Gosh, what are you? 1 mana green. That's the foil etch treatment. Escapes me. All right, Goth X Hero. The hit of hits would be a Demonic Tutor, which is a really, really sweet treatment. I have never pulled one of the Japanese alt art Demonic Tutors. Would not mind seeing that today. A couple other really nice strong hits in there as well. Here we go. Rare is Kian, Dean of Substance, which flips into the Dean of Theory. Geometric Nexus off of the Commander slot. Mythic, oh, blot out the sky. Hey, that's a pretty good one. Create X 2/1 tapped white and black Inkling creature tokens with flying X. If X is 6 or more, destroy all non-creature, non-land permanents. Kind of neat. I don't hate it. All right, Strategic Planning. That is Grape Shot, I think. Actually, that's not a bad one. That's etched foil Grape Shot. And again, just appreciating the art. I think these look really, really good. Uncommon. Revitalize? I think that's correct. As a foil Japanese alt art uncommon. And we got a mythic back here. It is Mind's Desire. A regular mystical archive, not the Japanese alt art, but a mythic nonetheless. Good old Mind's Desire, Grape Shot, and I believe Revitalize. Actually, the Grape Shot probably has some value to it as well. All right, Ezra, it is your turn. Dark Ritual would be another really good one. There's a few others. Tainted Pact that have some really cool as Japanese alt art. Of course, Teferi's Protection is one of them as well. All right, Thunderous Orator, Fracture. Love the art on that. Basic Conjuration as a pack foil rare. Into Culling Ritual. Culling Ritual is actually not a bad card. Spawning Kraken. 6 for 6/6. Whenever a Kraken, Leviathan, Octopus, or Serpent you control does combat damage to a player, go ahead and create another 9/9 Kraken. That's actually pretty cool. Not a bad little commander card. We have our first of the Snarl. Also, like something that kind of fell flat in the set is the Snarl land cycle is not a particularly strong one. Playable, I guess, but even then, like I can't remember the last commander deck. I was like, yeah, I'm running Snarls. Like, yeah. All right, Duress is a non-Japanese alt, and that is Lightning Bolt. Actually, hey, we're doing pretty good on the Counterspell, Lightning Bolt. What was the other one I just saw? Oh, Grape Shot. That's pretty cool. So there is a foil, etched foil, Japanese alt art Lightning Bolt. That is really sweet. Also carries some decent value for it as well. And then that is Negate. Gosh, that looks so good. I know it's just an uncommon, and I know it's just a Negate, and there's been 50 versions of it, but that looks so sharp. Got going on back here, it is Extus Auric Overlord as a mythic from the set. And that flips. Actually, this is kind of cool. It's again, it's fine. Not blowing the doors off, but double strike 2/4. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, return target non-legendary creature card from your graveyard to your hand. I like it more if it's the battlefield. And then flips into the Awaken the Blood Avatar, which there's a ton of text there. You can pause it and read it. It does some things. It does some things. All right, so I'll sleeve up the mythic. Grab the Again, I'll sleeve up the foils after as well, but grab the lightning bolt while we're at it. And I'm actually going to throw the lightning bolt on top. Okay, hey, so far so good. If we land, like, as far as we've hit a couple of, like, we've hit a couple of the alt arts that you would want to see, right? If we can get man, a good mythic off of that would be outstanding. All right, JA, back to you. Ye of the counterspell already. Here we go. Test of Talents, actually a decent uncommon. Expressive Iteration. This uncommon used to be what was Expressive, like an $8 uncommon before it was banned in multiple formats because it's pretty darn good. All right, start from scratch. Poet's Quill as the first rare in this pack, followed by a Eudora Grave Gardener as the commander slot card. We have a mythic. It is, oh, that's cool. All right. This is one of the dragons I really do like. I love the borderless version. I wish this was foil. Belladros Witherbloom. 7 Witherbloom. 7 for a 4/4 flyer. Okay, nothing special there, obviously, but like below average stats. But at the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 green pest token creature with when this creature dies, gain 1 life. And then you can pay 10 life to untap all lands you control, activate only once per turn. Belladros is a legit card. This is really, really cool. This is the dragon, in my opinion. All right, opt into D-Spark, I think is what this is. Japanese alt art D-Spark. And that's in the foil etched, or etched foil. Followed by an Agonizing Remorse. And what are you? Gift of Estates? Question mark? I think that's right. Gift of Estates. Beautiful foiling on that as well. I will sleeve up the Belladros. And again, I'll sleeve up the rest of the stuff right after, but just kind of keep things moving for the time being. That's like the one card from this set where, like, if I saw that in the borderless back there, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about that at all. All right. All right, Future, back to you. We've seen some good stuff come from the Japanese alt arts so far. Okay, we have a Snow Day. Quandrix Apprentice. Fractal Summoning. Rare is Elite Spellbinder. Good old Paulo on there. So it's a solid card. Pack foil rare. Oversimplify as the commander slot card. Into Silver Quill Command. Cultivate as the Mystical Archive uncommon. Ooh, we have a myth. Oh, let's go. That's really nice. That is Tainted Pact. That is an etched foil. Yeah, there it is. You can kind of see it there. Tainted Pact. I actually think that's the first one of those I pulled in the Japanese alt art. That is a really, really sweet one as well. I'm not mad about that even a little. That's nice. And an uncommon, what are you, Compulsive Research? I always get this one confused if this is Compulsive Research or Strategic Planning. It's one of the two. And then we have a Tempted by the Auric back there as an extended art foil rare. But I will sleeve up that Tainted Pact right away. Yeah, that's a solid hit right there. Very, very nice. Okay, I asked for a good mythic back there from the Japanese alt arts, and we got one. So that's nice. All right. So far, decent showing. Let's see if we can keep it going. All right, Gothex, back to you. All right, Explosive Welcome, Wither Bloom Apprentice, Inkling Summoning. Pack foil rare is Elemental Expressionist. Commander card is Guardian Augmenter. Actually, I think this card's pretty decent. Commander creatures you control have +2/+2 and a hexproof, and it itself has flash, so it can kind of be flashed in to save your commander. Pretty good. Sedgemoor Witch. When this set did come out and when it was standard legal, the Witch saw some play. Pretty decent card. Extended art Sedgemoor Witch. Oh, Thrill of Possibility, I believe. So we have uncommon Japanese alt art, Thrill of Possibility, followed by a Sign in Blood. Uncommon. I think that's Revitalized. Is that the second time we've seen Revitalized? I might be mixing up cards, but I think that's correct. And what do we got going back here? We have a Mana Tithe in the Mystical Archive non-Japanese alt art version. But, yeah, nothing crazy in that pack. Nothing crazy. Oh, yeah. There's a Grape Shot back there. All right. Forgot that we pulled Grape Shot already. Ezra, back to you. Actually, so, yeah, again, a Grape Shot, Lightning Bolt, Tainted Pack, Counterspell. Solid pulls. Okay, here we go. Devouring Tendrils. Woe Eater. Expanded Anatomy. Hey, Crackle with Power. This is probably the most played card from the set at this point. Like, see some Commander play with Crackle with Power. I mean, it's a heck of a card. Crackle with Power deals 5 times X damage to each of up to X targets. So the larger X is, the more things it, the more damage it's dealing, and the more things. That's pretty good. That is a solid mythic. Into Witch's Clinic. Target commander gains lifelink. Yeah, alright. Nice little utility land. Again, tempted by the Auric. I believe this is Adventurer's Impulse. Rare is Gift of Estates in the Mystical Archive non-Japanese alt art. Cultivate. Foil Cultivate. And what have we got going on back here? It is a Quandrix Command Extended Art foil. But we will sleeve the Crackle with Power. Again, solid hit there. At least a playable card. All right, let's head into our last round here. I don't think we've seen a foil mythic off of the Japanese alt arts in this box. Hopeful that we that's something that we have lined up still. All right, another Solve the Equation, which is actually a pretty good uncommon. Killian Ink Duelist. Introduction to Annihilation. Pack foil rare is Conspiracy Theorist. Angel of Ruins is our commander card. Culmination of Studies. That is a Duress. Let's see, I think it's Etch Foil Duress. Again, beautiful art. Mythic is Crux of Fate. Okay, yeah, so we got a Mystical Archive, non-Japanese alt art, Crux of Fate. We don't hate that. Uncommon is Negate. Rare is Swords to Plowshares is a Mystical Archive. Not, however, the Japanese alt art version. We did get a Mythic in the Crux of Fate, which is a playable card. I guess especially now that dragons are all the rage right now, huh? All right, not bad. Not bad. Ultimately, I think the Counterspell is probably the best pull there for JA. That's a solid pull. All right, Future. Pulled yourself a Tainted Pact already, which is also not a bad little pull. Let's see what else we got lined up. Here we go. Secret Rendezvous. Decisive Denial. Necrotic Fumes. Pack foil rare is Strixhaven Stadium. I so badly wanted to make this card a card that I could try to play and actually win a game with, but I was never successful. Keen Duelist as the commander slot card. Rare is, oh, hey, Wandering Archaic. All right, Extended Art Wandering Archaic. This is actually a pretty good card. I don't know that anyone plays it for the back, but 5 for a 4/4. Whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, they may pay 2. If they don't, you may copy that spell and you may choose new targets for the copy. So would you like to pay the 2? Backside is Explore the Vast Lands. Again, I don't know how many times I've ever seen anybody play it for the backside of it, but front side, pretty good. Pretty good hit. All right. Is that revitalized for like the 3rd time this box? Sure, why not? Electrolyze as the Mystical Archive rare. Claim the Firstborn, sure. And a Shine Shadow Snarl. I would snarl at pulling that card. But Wandering Archaic is not bad. That's at least a decent hit. Playable. All right, Goth X Hero. So far, you have a Mind's Desire from the Mystical Archive that is not the Japanese alt art. You did, however, pull a Grape Shot, which is not nothing. But let's see if we can add to this a little bit more. So we have Mascot Interception, Umbral Juke, Pest Summoning. All right, Radiant Scroll Wielder as our pack foil rare, followed by a Replication Technique. Oh yeah, it's got Demonstrate, create a token. Yeah, it's all right. All right, Commander Slot, Replication Technique, Illuminate History. What? Or Village Rites, I think. I think that's what this is. Japanese alt art Village Rites. Swords to Plowshares, sure. Eliminate. And Retriever Phahonix. Kind of a womp womp to the end, but a couple of solid pulls in there between Eliminate and Village Rites as well. All right, Ezra. Last pack of the box. Can we get a Japanese alt art mystical archive from the back slot? All right, Mage Hunter. Mortality Spear, Elemental Summoning. Start off, oh, okay, yeah, there's a Mythic. That's cool. Pack Flow Mythic, Rowan, Scholar of Sparks. Actually, I do kind of like this Mythic. So it's a double-sided Planeswalker. So you have Rowan on the front side, and then you have Will as the 5 mana on the back. And Will's pretty good. They're both pretty good, but Will is especially pretty good. So that is a Mythic. Lelia, good old Lelia. Forgot about this is where Lelia came from. Lelia Blade Reforged. That was a pretty strong commander card still. Teachings of the Archaics, sure. Into that is a negate. Mythic is Chaos Warp. All right, pack foil or a Mystical Archive Chaos Warp, non-foil. This is the etched foil version. Into Claim the Firstborn as a foil uncommon Japanese alt art, and we have one more. It is a Dragon's Guard Elite. I think this is actually the box topper for the set as well. Let me sleeve up the Rowan. So overall, while we didn't hit anything crazy like, Demonic Tutor or Teferi's Protection or like Time Warp, the overall quality of the Japanese alt arts was pretty good between Counterspell. Tainted Pact, still a really good one as well. I should probably not throw that one under the bus. Just was non-foil. We saw a Grape Shot in there, and then we have Lightning Bolt here. Decent showing. Again, while I might not be a fan of the actual Strixhaven set itself, for my money, in a world of alt arts now where we have, and variants where we have, now really Japanese waifu or anime or whatever you want to call it is like having one of those per set is now like kind of a mainstay. But I feel like Strix is kind of like the Strix and War of the Spark were kind of like the OGs when it came to Japanese alt art stuff, and still something I look back on really fondly. And I look at these arts and I go, man, like they, to me, are special. So, anyways, that's enough of me gushing. That's gonna do it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a favor, if you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button for me, hit the like button for me, and by all means, drop me some comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, everybody, and be well.